Today I'm going to share with you the easiest marketing strategy to use ever. And not only is this strategy easy to use, but it can also be fully automated, which means you don't have to do any extra work. It's scalable, so you can use it to make an extra $100 or an extra $1,000,000. And in what may be the very best thing of all, this marketing strategy brings in immediate results with zero risk, which means fast cash if you're a business owner, or if you have a marketing agency, then this is going to allow you to get your clients immediate, proven, and profitable results. I know, sounds way too good to be true. But stick with me here and I'm going to show you exactly what it is, how it works, and how you can use it to grow any business you apply this to. So here's what we're going to cover. First, I'll show you what this automated strategy looks like that can book as many appointments as you want in just 14 days without spending any money at all on paid advertising. Then I'll give you the automation blueprint that will allow you to scale your business or your agency effortlessly by providing instant, easy, and zero risk results for you or your clients. And finally, and this part is meant for agency owners only, so if you're a business owner, make sure to click off at this point. Can't tell you all our secrets because I'm going to be showing you how to sell this to your clients by making them a truly irresistible offer that eliminates any possible objections. It really makes it a no-brainer for clients to want to hire you right there on the spot. So let's dive in now by taking a look at this new automated strategy that can help you book as many appointments as you want without spending a single dime on ads. So the strategy we're going to be using here is something called a CRC, which stands for Customer Reactivation Campaign. But we're going to relabel it to ACRC as we're going to automate the whole process so it can be done with the click of a button. What an ACRC does and why it's so effective is that it taps into one of the most valuable and profitable segments of any business's market, their previous buyers, and presents those previous buyers with an offer that would be crazy to say no to. Fun fact, the people who are most likely to spend the most money with a business are typically those who have spent money there before. Now, without getting too nerdy here, though honestly sometimes I can't help myself, one of the ways we still use today to measure consumer and buyer behavior is something called RFM, which stands for recency, frequency, and monetary value. Basically, recency is how recently they bought something. The more recent, the better, as people tend to get into buying modes where they're more likely to keep spending. Frequency, which is how often or how frequently they bought something. Again, more is better here. And then monetary value, which is how much people spend. Again, and for the last time, more is better here. Basically, a previous customer is going to have a higher value across all of these fields compared to someone that's never bought before. So that's why we target previous customers first. The other benefit of targeting these previous customers is that we already have all of their contact information, so we're able to reach out to them without needing to spend any additional money on paid ads. So all we need to do now is use their name, their email, and their phone number to reach out to them directly and make them an offer. And that costs exactly $0 to do, which means that every sale you generate from this campaign is 100% pure uncut profit. So the next question then is, how do you do this? And how do you automate the whole thing so it brings in new appointments at the click of a button? Good question, my friend. So let me walk you through that now. Okay, so there's a couple things that we need for this to work. The first is a list of customers to contact. After all, this is a customer reactivation campaign, so we're going to need a list of customers to reactivate. Now, the good news here is that so long as you're running this campaign for a business who's been around for any longer than a year or two, the odds are pretty good that they're going to have a database of people that they're going to be able to reach out to. And even a couple hundred people is more than enough to make this worth your time. Next, you're going to need a way to contact these customers in order to get this offer in front of them, and you got a lot of options here, including SMS and email and good old-fashioned direct mail, even showing up at their house in the middle of the night, sneaking into their backyard and tapping on their bedroom window. Because hey, this is an offer that they just can't afford to miss out on. Actually, don't do that last one. That's probably a bad idea. Anyway, the method we use 99% of the time is an SMS campaign, sending out a text message with an irresistible offer that encourages the customer to respond and re-engage with the business. And the reason we tend to use and prefer SMS rather than email is that there's at least 5 billion people worldwide who are able to send and receive text messages, which means that it doesn't really matter what business or market or industry you're in, most of the people that you're going to try to reach probably have access to a phone. Plus, statistics show that people tend to check their phones a lot. Hey, huh? Are you even listening to me right now? Yeah, sorry, carry on. And like I was saying, there's also the fact that 95% of text messages are read within 3 minutes of being sent, which makes it an ideal platform to send this kind of offer. But gets even better because SMS marketing averages around a 90% open rate. And if done right, which is what I'm going to show you here, SMS marketing can also average around a 30% response rate. And that, my friend, is huge. Now this next part is going to come with what is probably the biggest legal disclaimer you've ever heard, because the numbers I'm about to show you are gonna look crazy. So let me preface this by saying that everything I'm about to share with you is completely made up. It's pure fiction. It shouldn't be considered legal or financial advice of any kind. In fact, it shouldn't even be considered advice at all. In fact, you probably shouldn't even listen to me, or anyone else on the internet for that matter, because there's a lot of sketchy people out there. Sound good? Okay, well, let's dive in and take a look at this together now. Okay, for easy math, let's say you've got a client with a $300 offer that they want to sell more of. Let's say it's a dentist, as they typically have around 1,200 to 1,500 patients. Now, let's say you run one of these automated customer reactivation campaigns for this dental client and send it out to just 1,000 of their patients. Again, let's keep the math really simple here. Well, you get the statistically average 90% open rate, which means that 900 people see it. And then you get a 30% response rate, which means that 270 people respond. Now, of course, they're not all going to go from response to buying the $300 thing, but let's say they have a 50% closing rate, so half of them do, which means that 135 people buy. Well, 135 people buying a $300 thing is $40,500. Which means that using a completely automated campaign with no ad spend, you just made our hypothetical dentist example here a whopping $40,500. And seeing as 95% of people tend to read their text messages within just a few minutes of seeing them, you also probably made this money pretty darn quick. So if you were to charge them $4,500 for this campaign, you would 10x their investment. Or you could charge them $2,000 and deliver a 20x ROI, or return on investment. Side note here, but I recently used this exact same strategy to take one of my clients that was stuck at $7 million a year for over 15 years and get them to $11 million a year in just 12 months. And the beauty here is that if you can do this once, then you can do it again for another business, and then another, and another, and another. Okay, so with that said, now let me show you a campaign that we're actually using right now, and I'll also put up a link on the screen as well as down in the descriptions below where you're going to be able to just copy over this complete campaign and get a free trial of the software as well, so you can check it out for yourself. All right, my friend, well, here we are inside of an actual ACRC campaign. Now, feel free to pause or screenshot this as you like, but also keep in mind that I will be putting a link to this exact campaign down in the descriptions below. So all you have to do is click that link and you'll be able to upload this into your account. If you don't yet have an account with High Level, there is a coupon code there for a free extended 30-day free trial. That's going to make sure you're able to test this out, implement it in your own business, and see just how powerful this truly is. Also, we're going to be using a dentist example here as I walk you through what this process looks like and how all of the automations work. But keep in mind, again, later in the video, I'm going to be giving you our most proven and profitable and effective offers that you're going to be able to just copy and paste and modify for any kind of market, any kind of business, any kind of industry that you're in. So the way this works is everything starts with some kind of a trigger right up here at the top. This is what initiates or kicks off the campaign. So in this case, what we do is we upload a customer list that we want to run the campaign to, and we add a tag. When that tag gets added, well, it sends this entire workflow. In this case, it's a free whitening offer. So, hey, contact first name, I've got 10 free teeth whitening vouchers here on my desk. Would you be interested in one? Then we wait until they reply, or we wait for an hour later. Again, it's not really us, it's the automation and the software doing all of this heavy lifting for us. And then we're going to use conditional logic, a bit of AI, artificial intelligence, later on, as we're going to not only judge the replies that they sent, but also judge the intent behind it. And this is where things get really fancy and really powerful, as once you click send, you really don't have to do anything else. So, did they respond within an hour? If they do here, well, we can then check if the reply was positive. If it was, we can send them next steps. All right, here's the voucher. All you have to do here is just click this link, then you can book your spot, etc. If not, we just say no worries and we carry on with all of the rest of the people on the list. On the other hand, if they don't reply, well, we can send a follow-up and then we can judge from there. Do they reply? Is it positive? Is it negative? And that, my friend, is pretty much it. Just like that, all we really had to do was upload a customer list to it, add a tag, and then the automation takes care of everything else. Now, we've already touched on it briefly by taking a look at that campaign, but the next part really is, what should the offer be? In other words, what should we be saying to previous customers in order to get them to reactivate and re-engage and say, yeah, I want that? Well, let me give you 3 of our top performing campaigns right now, starting with this one that you can pretty much send to any kind of customer from any kind of business. Here's the first one. Hey, first name. We've got some extra $20 gift cards here from a recent promotion. Just wondering if you wanted one. Quick, but very important side note here, make sure to swap out the first name part with their actual name, or else you come across looking like the laziest marketer ever. All right, here's another winner for you to try, and this one should look familiar from the campaign I walked you through just a minute ago, but it's worth repeating here as it's made us a whole lot of money. Hey, first name. I've got 10 free XYZ vouchers here on my desk. Would you be interested in one? And again, quick but very important side note here. Just like with swapping out the first name part, also make sure to replace the XYZ with whatever free giveaway the business can or does use to get new people in the door. Whether it's a free teeth whitening, free consultation, free session of any kind, you get the picture. And then lastly, let me give you an example that you can use if for some strange reason you or the business you're running this campaign for simply refuses to give something away for free. A mistake, but after over a decade of building and scaling agencies, I've had enough experience to know that some clients need to be convinced of the power of giving something away for free before they'll actually commit to it. So here's an option that you can use instead. We're going to take a line from a marketer named Dean Jackson's playbook and write what he calls a 9-word email. Now, we're going to be using SMS to do it, but the same rules apply. Also, please do not let the simplicity fool you. The 9-word email is a powerful tool that's been used by many of the best marketers to make a ton of sales very quickly. So here goes. Hey, first name, are you still XYZ? For example, hey Dave, are you still looking for a house in Austin? Hey Taylor, are you still planning a trip to London? Hey Robin, are you still looking to grow your agency? The goal here isn't to sell directly, but rather to re-engage your leads and engage with potential customers with a simple question that makes it feel like you're reaching out directly to them. Also, the 9-word email doesn't have to be exactly 9 words. Sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 10. If you're feeling extra crazy, it might even be 7. Oh, that would be crazy. Regardless, the point remains the same. So that's the system, and it works incredibly well, but knowing what the system is and how it works is only half the equation. The harder part is how do you actually present this to clients so that they'll hire you and allow you to run this money-making campaign for them. So let me show you that now. Also, in case you haven't already guessed, this is the part of the video for current and aspiring marketing agency owners. Of course, if you're not a current or aspiring marketing agency owner, you're still welcome to watch along.
Just don't tell anyone our secrets.
Okay, let's talk offers. And there are 3 sources of inspiration that I want to draw from here in order to help you create the perfect offer to present to your potential clients. The first is from a copywriter by the name of Bob Bly, who wrote a book called How to Create Irresistible Offers. Good book. A little complicated at times, but the part I want to highlight is found right near the beginning, where he presents a chart that shows how making direct offers is more profitable and costs you a whole lot less to acquire a client than making broad, content-based, brand-based offers. Long story short, make direct offers that ask for the sale, and you're gonna make more money. Next is something called the Power Offer that a buddy of mine named Joel Urway created years ago that gives you a simple framework to go about creating these kinds of offers. Now there's obviously more to the art and science than this, but the short version is something along the lines of, if I offered you result without pain, would you say yes? And then finally is an offer I heard from Frank Kern that he used to sell a CRC campaign that checks both the direct offer and power offer boxes. And it goes, I'll get you as many appointments as you want in 14 days with 0 ad spend, or you pay nothing. Are you interested? I like it, but I'm a huge fan of split testing my offers, so I rewrote a few different variations that you're free to use and test for yourself. Let's go through them now. I'll get you unlimited appointments in 14 days with 0 ad spend, or it's free. Interested? Want unlimited appointments in 14 days without spending on ads? Pay nothing if it doesn't work. Get as many appointments as you want in 14 days, no ad spend required. If it fails, you pay nothing. Interested? How about unlimited appointments in 14 days without any ad costs? If it doesn't work, it's free. Interested? Unlimited appointments in 14 days, 0 ad spend. If it doesn't work, you don't pay. Interested? So that's the offer that you want to make to potential clients in order to get them to hire you. But before you go out there and run with it, there are a few questions that you might have and a few clarifications that I want to make in order to make sure that you're really set up to succeed. The first is the whole unlimited appointments thing. After all, what if they say they want 1 billion appointments? Well, they won't. Most businesses honestly can't handle that many, and what you're going to find in most cases is that their best case scenario for the number of appointments that they'd like to get is probably way lower than what's actually even possible. That said, if they do come back with something like, I want 500 appointments, and you feel like you can only get 100 for them, well, just tell them that. What I'd say is something like, I'd love to try to get you that many, but based on your database size, I think a more achievable number to shoot for would be 100. But given your price point of $300, that should still result in an additional $30,000 for your business. Then there's the whole 14 days part of the offer. The reason we use 14 days is that it's long enough to let some of the stragglers come in. It also allows you to resend the campaign after a week or so with a modified or updated offer if the first one just doesn't deliver what you were hoping for. The without spending money on ads part is pretty straightforward, as we're going to use software and their existing database in order to send the campaign. As for the whole guaranteed or you pay nothing part, well, my friend, this is what helps make this an irresistible offer, as it reverses the risk for the client. So it's important, but there is a way to make sure that you're doing this right. First, you need to understand that you can't help everyone. After all, if they're a brand new business with no previous customers, no contacts, no database, and nobody to contact at all, then this is not going to work, and you can let them know that. Next, this works best for appointment-based businesses. These are service-based businesses like dentists and chiropractors and med spas and physiotherapists and optometrists
And hair salons and lawyers and accountants and financial advisors, real estate agents, plumbers, electricians, HVAC, veterinarians, mechanics.
I think you get the picture. And finally, you want to specify that you're going to be generating them appointments, but the sales conversion process is up to them. If they've been around for any length of time, then the odds are good that they have a decent sales conversion process in place in order to turn those appointments into sales. But your job is to bring people to them and then let them handle the rest. So, go make it happen. And if you're curious about how we help you start, grow, get clients, and build a 6- or 7-figure agency of your very own, you can learn more by clicking the link in the descriptions below. With that said, see you again soon. Oh yeah, also, almost forgot. I'm also gonna link up a playlist of videos right over here that you're gonna be able to tap or click or do whatever you gotta do to get in there, that are gonna be full of different marketing strategies, tips, tricks, and tactics to help you grow any business. So feel free to check that out or check the links below. Check out nothing. It's totally up to you, and talk to you again soon.